Roxy, we're hoping it's going to be at least a little cooler for Halloween. Now we see it in the 14-day. What does it look like?
So I do think it's going to be cooler than last year. That's good news, but it's still going to be above average. Okay. Yeah, so yesterday, as a matter of fact, we did match a record high once again from 1895. So it was a really hot Saturday. We did cool down overnight, so we're looking at 80s for today, but I do expect about upper 80s for Halloween. So if you're buying those costumes right now, I would say less layers, the better. But it is going to be a hot one. Right now, though, we're looking at a really nice warm evening, 86 degrees. It was a gusty and dusty Sunday morning. Right now, it's a little breezy, winds at 10 miles per hour, but we did peak at 35-mile-per-hour winds today at the San Antonio airport. So it was so gusty today. Gusts right now are at 16 miles per hour. Still a little breezy, but not as bad as it was throughout the morning. Now, we do have much warmer temperatures down south compared to up north. You'll notice some 90s in Pearsall and Carrizo Springs, but the hill country staying in those 80s. So it is cooler today than it was yesterday by almost 10 degrees in some areas. So as we look ahead, we're just going to be seeing some sunshine this evening, not a lot of cloud coverage, and tomorrow morning we're finally going to be dipping down to the 50s again. We haven't seen that since back in May, so it's going to be a chilly start. I would say you could actually wear those sweaters tomorrow morning, which is very exciting, but then you'll probably have to take them off later on in the day, right? So we are going to be warming up to 90s in the afternoon tomorrow, but in the morning it's going to be nice and chilly and crisp. All right, future winds for Monday, we do expect them to peak at around 20 miles per hour by 3 o'clock, so a little bit calmer than it was today, but dry conditions plus windy conditions. I want to remind all the folks that we do have elevated fire risk. So when it's dry and windy, it's never a good combination, especially when we are in a drought. You'll notice we're seeing a lot more red now. We were seeing a lot more yellow a couple weeks ago, so we are looking at a lot of dry vegetation, which means you want to be careful. We do have a burn ban in effect in Bexar County up until November 10th, so make sure you're disposing of those cigarettes very properly. All right, Halloween countdown. We are 12 days away now, so it's finally in the 14-day forecast, and as of right now, drum roll, it looks like 88 degrees this year, but last year we registered 90 degrees, so it was a really warm one last year, and then 2023 was a really chilly one. We saw 61 degrees on Halloween, so we're kind of just in the middle this year. All right, so tomorrow we'll be back in those 90s, 92 on Tuesday, 86 on Wednesday. Rain chances kick in for your Thursday, Friday, but it looks like we'll still stick around in those upper 80s and low 90s next week. 88 degrees for your Halloween.